Hi, this is Deborah, and today I want to talk about all the accidents I've been in. This is going to be quite lengthy. Let's see. Started at 16. I was with a really nice young man named Randall Campbell, and his dad worked at a dealership at Tyson's Corner, and he always took me on these little joy rides, but he had a really heavy, really old car, and so we only came off the little hills just slightly. But one day when I lived on Oakton Road, he was in a brand new car, and we went down 100 Mill Road, and I flew 50 feet in the air, came back down. The car was totaled. All four tires were flattened, and he took me and put me in the middle of the road. Sorry, my bangs are bothering me. And Porter Hutchison, who lived in Chantilly, was a fireman, and he'd seen me many, many times because my aunt lived right next door to him. And, you know, he saw me grow up. He didn't even recognize me. I had that much blood. I was cut from here all the way to here, taken to Fairfax Hospital. And let me show you. Hold on a second. This is my arm. I still have the scars. I don't know if you can see them, but there's some of them. And I got scars on my leg. And the one good thing that came out of that is I met my future boyfriend in there, which I married. Okay, the second car accident is when I was a deputy sheriff working in Middlesex County, and was going down Nutsville Road in Lively. At like 12 midnight, I was in a Ford LTD, 1978 special edition, black ice. I had to make a decision. Do I go over a cliff or do I swerve and hit the car that was coming at me, which was a brand new Corvette? I chose the Corvette. I didn't want to go over the cliff. I broke the little bone here in my nose. My whole face was very bruised. Couldn't go to work for a while. I smacked the steering wheel. I did not have my seatbelt on. That was before the laws were changed. So that was the second accident. Now, the first accident, I had a cervical spine injury. I was in traction at Fairfax Hospital for a couple of weeks. I'm sure I re-hurt my back on the second one. I also deadened this tooth. It took a whole year to die. So whenever you're in a car accident, get the dentist to look at your teeth. He can tell if it's dying, because my insurance wouldn't pay for it because I waited over that year. Okay, let's see. Third accident, oh geez, was in Satellite Beach as a pedestrian. I had two little wiener dogs, and my screen door wasn't closing right, and I ran outside to get some cigarettes, and my dogs followed me, and I went across the road, and I saw a car coming, and I knew she was going to hit the dogs. So I went out in the middle of the road. In the middle, she had plenty of time to veer either way, and put my hands up for her to stop or slow down. She was speeding. And she hit me, and I went through the windshield again. Now, this time, I was cut here, all in my eyebrow. I have stitches. You can't see them. But if you look at me real close, you'll see that I got a little eye lift on this side. So, also, this whole side of my face was crushed. I felt like Muhammad Ali had beat me with a baseball bat. That's exactly what it felt like. And they wouldn't give me any pain pills until they had x-rayed my face. And this was at Melbourne. I think it was Holmes Regional. So the person who hit me was driving a brand new car, uninsured, from Korea. And I tried to collect something, but thank God I had uninsured motorists, because in Florida, the laws are so different than Virginia. So if you're moving to Florida, you better check on that. So I had to rely on my own insurance, which paid for my medical bills. But I think I still have chronic sinus because this was so smashed. I had to wear a patch, a pirate patch on this eye. I was bleeding, my eyeball was bleeding, and I think Ken watched. Actually, Ken helped the doctor sew me up, and like blood was squirting across the room. They had to cut some skin. I also told the doctor when I was at Holmes Regional that I was having pelvic pain, so he kept giving me pelvic examinations to no avail. And finally I said, why don't you give me an x-ray? So they finally pulled me into x-ray, and they found I had a fractured pelvis. So that was nothing you can do about that. It's just a lot of healing time. And I could actually see the little fracture in the x-ray. So let's see. Have I had any more? Gosh, I guess that's it. I guess that's enough. Well, whatever. I use my seatbelt religiously, and I get after people who are texting and driving. Oh, that's right. I had an accident 2 years ago. God dang. Now this is embarrassing. My brother was having a medical procedure. I won't say what it is because I know he's easily embarrassed, but it starts with a C, like in Charlie. I was trying to give his wife some advice, and I had my phone on my lap, and this was on Route 17 in Falmouth, and I was reading the text at a stoplight. Well, guess what? Reading texts is the same as texting. It's no different because your eyes are off the road and you're not paying attention. So I slammed into this caravan of elderly women. They were going for shopping, and I caved in the whole back end of their SUV because I found out from the tow truck guy that they're cardboard, styrofoam. And I'm driving a 13-year-old Mustang. Let me tell you what, my Mustang drove away. No problems. But that SUV hit somebody else, and both vehicles had to be towed, and I'm the only one that drives away. But, yeah, I just glanced at my lap. I wasn't texting, you know. But you shouldn't have your phone anywhere near the driver. It should, you know, if you think you're even going to glance at it, keep it in the back seat or keep it, you know, zipped up in your purse. But so texting involves a lot of not just texting, you know, with your finger. It's also reading. And, you know, my phone was just in my lap. I just glanced down, just like, you know, and I didn't even, let's see, my dog was in the front seat, and she didn't even get thrown off. She did, you know, it was just a slight tap, but because of the way vehicles are made nowadays, they're just all styrofoam. It just demolished the other ones, you know. But yeah, you can't even glance away to even look at your phone, you know. So let me see. Oh, I hit a deer. No, let me rephrase that. The deer hit me. This was on Newland Road in Westmoreland County. Now, I have been around deer all my life, and I know to look for them. And I always see them. But this time, the wheat was at the same height as the height of the deer. So it was completely camouflaged because this deer was the same color as the wheat. I felt so bad when I got out of the car. I went to look for the deer, and I saw it hobbling away. I felt so bad. Let's see, any more accidents? Nope, I think we hit it all. So driving is extremely dangerous, and driving at night, I think for elderly people is becoming an issue. But yeah. Even people who have, what is it, the calls coming through their control panel, I think that's even can be take your mind off the road, you know. So that's a history of my accidents. I think that's enough. Bye.